A gang of thieves targeting ATMs across the southeast has struck again, this time in the Gold Coast hinterland, where the gunman terrorised a young cleaner. Reporter Simon Hooper has been following the story. Simon, it must have been a frightening encounter for this woman.
That's right, it certainly was. When she first arrived at work at about 5:30 this morning, she stumbled across two men heavily disguised, trying to drill into the safe of the ATM. The first thing she tried to do was call her father, who was still in the car park of the Bowls Club, to get help, but the thieves caught her, and when they did, they turned their attention to her. Despite her ordeal, the 21-year-old victim gave police a blow-by-blow account of her terrifying encounter. When Megan arrived for work at about 5 this morning, she discovered two men trying to rob the ATM. She tried to call her father, but was caught, forced to the ground at gunpoint, and her phone was smashed. The intruders gave up on the ATM and ran. Megan's father had just dropped her off at work and came face to face with the gunman in the car park, where their getaway car and a third man were waiting.
Oh, it's pretty scary.
He said his daughter was holding up well.
Oh, she's pretty good. Yeah, she's a bit shaken, but yeah, she's pretty good.
Police say the gang has been busy in recent weeks. They've linked the trio to a string of similar robberies across the region, and they've been getting more successful.
If they have progressed in the way they're trying to do things, then that obviously causes us, need to examine it a little bit harder.
The robbers are always heavily disguised, and police admit they have almost no leads on their identities.
And because they're completely concealed, that is certainly something that's very difficult to try and determine.
They were last seen fleeing in a late model black ute. Simon Hooper, 10 News.